where the wrestling truth resides.
Favorite title belt?
Ooh, that's, you know what? I'm wow. You know what? Excuse me. I'm an idiot. I'm ashamed that I had to think about this.
He breaks. Shit just breaking.
Shut your damn mouth.
Shit just breaking.
I didn't break nothing. Shut up.
Zach is up. Fire starts to ride.
He said he didn't break anything, and he can fucking hear us.
Crying out loud. Why did I even have to think about this?
Oh, I get that one actually in the back room.
What's that?
I got the same belt in the back room.
Yeah.
You don't have your headset on. You probably can't hear me. So.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah. I said I've got the same one in the back room. I also have the FTW.
Yeah.
I love it that you didn't know he couldn't hear you, and he was like,
"Yeah, I'm an idiot. Shut up."
But yeah, like I don't know, because I remember one of the very first pay-per-view DVDs I actually owned was 06 One Night Stand.
Ooh.
And I remember watching the extra promo from the very first televised ECW where Paul handed that title to Rob Van Dam, and Rob Van Dam in his infinite wisdom said, "Hey, you know what, Paul, this is really cool, but you know what, I think I'm going to keep this one too. You know why? Spins.
This one spins." So okay, speaking of that belt, who is your favorite holder of that belt?
Does it specifically need to be that fun? But
well, I just not the WWE,
but the
version, we'll
okay, so
ECW one.
My favorite EC. There are so many great options.
They will be judging.
I also did have the privilege of working with a former ECW champion, so I may be a little bit biased towards Shane Douglas a little bit, but I'm
sorry. Stop the presses for 5 seconds and rewind the whole story. You get to work Shane Douglas.
Yeah, I wrestled a one-on-one with Shane Douglas.
Yeah,
please elaborate.
So it was right after I'd actually won the Maine state title. After they had kept me on that chase for 9 goddamn months. Like JP will confirm with you, literally every time they told me that I was winning the fucking belt, they told me I wasn't winning the fucking belt, and then
I was supposed to win the IWE belt, and then I broke my tailbone in Ultimate Survival.
It was right after I won the Maine state title, and they had brought in Shane Douglas as it was when I won it for the second time. Because this was right when everything was going downhill. So for context, Amber had just won the IWE championship, and in the same night I won the Maine state title for the second time. So they bring in Shane Douglas for the next 2 shows, and the Fairfield show is me and Shane Douglas, and then the Brewer show is going to be Amber and Shane.
All right.
Now, which I get to Fairfield, I am losing my mind because like I've watched Shane Douglas plenty.
Yeah, it's freaking Shane Douglas. Yeah.
Do you know how confused I was? The fact that I stood eye to eye with this man.
Yeah, Shane's not super tall. He's what, 6'1"?
But like, okay, let's think for a second. First time I had actually seen Shane Douglas was like on a VHS tape from 1999.
Yeah.
So looks pretty big on TV.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, he's super nice guy, super cool. He's sitting there. He's like, "Oh yeah, we'll just keep it simple. We'll have some fun." But I wanted to let you know they also showed me your promo. Good stuff. Really enjoyed it. That's not the funny part of the story. And we have our match. He goes over on me, whatever.
Of course,
he does a little promo. I give him one back. I say, you know what? Let's have a little bit more fun. I got an ECW chant going at the very end, and he gets back in the ring, and he goes, you know what? You just reminded me of something else. You started an ECW chant, and then he goes ahead and gives the introductions for the other 2 members of the Triple Threat, Chris Candido and Bam Bam Bigelow. And he holds up the 3, and it was just such a cool moment to be a part of, because like he's actually standing there just giving like an actual introduction of like how they would be announced coming down to the ring, and I'm just like, this is neat to be a part of.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's not the funniest part of the night. The funniest part of the night is the conversation that I was sitting next to Shane Douglas while he had a very, 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 very stupid question asked to him. So I'm just going to to protect the names of the dumb. We're gonna refer to the.
No.
We're gonna
don't do that here.
We're just gonna refer to this person as Tic Tac because everybody gets to know immediately who I'm talking about. If there's one person that Shane Douglas really despises in the wrestling business, and he's been very vocal about that, who is that person? Just
Ric Flair.
Okay, Ric Flair. Let's think a little bit
Shawn
higher,
Michaels.
a little bit more in the billionaire
Vince
range.
McMahon?
There
Vince?
you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm working my way up the ladder. I'll get there.
I literally in this moment, my brain paused, and I just heard that audio clip of "Y'all want to see a dead body," because this guy looked Shane Douglas dead in his eyes. No, this guy looked Shane Douglas dead in his eyes. And by the way, I couldn't see who had said that, but I'm gonna smack you the next time I see you. But this guy looked him dead in his eyes, and he goes, "Hey, I got a question about ECW." I remember reading an article about how everything about Paul being in control was just optics, and that it was actually Vince funding everything at the time. The look that Shane Douglas gave me can only be described of, is he fucking serious right now?
It's actually that moment.
That's a huge rumor, though.
It's a Family Guy moment. Actually, Vince was funneling money to ECW for a little bit.
But money to Paul, not to ECW.
Paul. Yeah. But no, all I can think of is the episode of Stu where Stewie's like, "Are you serious?" and does the whole head tilt.
I hate that we have these cool matches I want to fucking look up and I can't find them.
So, by the way, Shane Douglas is one of my favorites. Also,
Get
Shane on the podcast.